Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see the New York Knicks taking on the Ravens.
Go.
And so off the tip, it's New York. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Barrett is out there with Payton, and it's Harkless in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Harkless. Clock at 6. Here's Payton, and it's blocked by Scott, and he's able to get it back. And the basket by Payton. Taylor with the ball. Pass to Ibaka. The kick out to Scott. Stolen by Robinson. Payton, right side. Yep, that one goes in there.
The more he drains those mid-rangers, the more it boosts his confidence.
Now, here's Scott, defended by Harkless.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Taylor against Payton. Greg, what are they feeling here on opening day from the harsh ending to last season still very vivid in their minds?
Kevin, they are motivated. You've had to think about that all summer long, and the chance for retribution starts here.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Mo Harkless. That is his first foul of the game. And so just over a minute and a half played. Count that one.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Now here's Payton. He's got 6. Barrett the pass to Payton. Count that bucket. And it's 8 points for Elfrid Payton.
Man, right off the bat, super sharp here offensively. 4 of 5 so far.
Scott, good.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Payton against Taylor. Passes it to Barrett. New York moving the ball around. Payton against Taylor. 4 on the shot clock. Payton dishes to Randall over Anthony. The shot missing. And it's the Ravens taking it the other way. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court.
No, they can't miss. 4 for 4 and warming up the burner.
And so Payton will bring it up for the Knicks. They trail by 1. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
Randall really improved in his shooting range from 10 to 16 feet last year, and that just makes him so much more a complete offensive threat in any system he plays in.
Taj Gibson's checked in for the Knicks. Kevin Knox comes in for Harkless.
And a physical presence is former Kentucky Wildcat Julius Randle. But he's got some mobility to go along with it, able to move and attack in transition.
Now here's Payton. He can't get that one to fall. Nice D from Scott. Scott against Payton. And there's the pass to Scott. Trying to get open is Ibaka. Scott can't get it to go. You know, people have talked about Julius Randle's game. He's a power driver, isn't he, Greg? And the guy just bulldozes all the way in.
I like that phrase, Kev. You know, very fluid for his size. A pretty good ball handler and passer. I think his shooting is where he's still filling in the gaps.
Payton against Taylor. Barrett. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist.
You risk getting torched when somebody's open. Payton's skilled enough to find the open man.
So the Ravens call timeout, their first.
And Bones, when you look at R.J. Barrett, what's the next step in his game?
So if the next stage offensively, GA, is that he's got better shot selection overall and a bit more consistency from the three-point line, then it's about setting a tone and taking on the defensive challenge every night. That's what a good leader can do, and this team is looking for one.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. Great opportunity for a three-point play. Free throw, no good for Teague.
And Teague can be a knockdown shooter, especially from the free throw line.
Here's Ntilikina. Good work defensively by Conley.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm. Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
1:36 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Knox, guarded by Porter, and he jams it with authority.
And Knox just exploding to the rim.
1:22 left in the first quarter of the game. Teague, the pass to Thompson. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. Here is Ellington. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Kicks to Barrett. Here's Ntilikina. A three-pointer off the mark.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one. You know, altered shots don't show up on the official stat sheet, but as we saw there, he does a great job of doing that as well as collecting the rebound.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Knicks trail by 7. Pass to Knox. Teague against Barrett. New York, no good that time either.
His touch from mid-range, and that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
And Thompson throws it down.
Justin Thompson with some force on that one.
And so it's New York with it. Stolen by Michael Conley. Offensive rebound. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
And that time, also a missed shot. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. What do you guys think about the Ravens here in this one?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
Setting the floor for the Knicks. We've got Mitchell Robinson. Knox out there with Mo Harkless. Then there's Wayne Ellington, and it's Ntilikina in at the point. Here's Ntilikina. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Knox can't nail the jumper.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Yeah, see the coach? He's got that frown on his face. I think we know why. Not a high percentage look.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Knocked away. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Porter.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
Randall's checked in for the Knicks. Payton comes in for Ntilikina. Now here's Payton. He's got 8. Rejected by Taylor. And stolen by Ellington. And here we go. Payton heading to the hoop. And Randall throws it down.
Randall with a great effort there, up and athletic and at the rim.
Ibaka finds Scott and finished off by Scott.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. With the fadeaway. Randall no good. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Ravens. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. Scott the pass to Taylor. Hits it from three-point range. Taylor's got 5 points so far.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Here's Payton. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Ibaka comes with the double team. Here's Ellington. Anthony trying to get open.
And they really haven't been able to get into any kind of an offensive flow this quarter.
And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Fades away. Hits the front of the rim and out.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink.
From about 16, 2 points. That one goes. Scott's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of the team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Second quarter of play with almost...
That's an old-fashioned rim wrap.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. And so New York calls timeout. They're first. Greg, did you know when you were playing that you'd eventually want to call games, be in the broadcast table?
Kevin, no idea. I didn't have any clue. And quite honestly, didn't really think that there was a career that one could have in terms of broadcasting. You know, because cable was just kind of coming on as I was retiring. You didn't have your own network.
There he goes!
You don't want to be jumping on a play like that. Wow, he was up there, Kevin.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
And Silk gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Greg, we're seeing the game evolve. We're seeing more and more big men displaying perimeter skills. Do you like that, or is there a part of you that misses those days when it all played out inside the lane in a very condensed area?
Listen, Kev, I think the game has kind of evolved on from the impact that the bigs had on the interior, but not the impact that they're having on the game. The reality is the game just doesn't stand still. And now as a big, you've got to have far more versatility. You've got to be able to play in space. And as a fan, I just find the game to be more appealing to watch with the freedom of movement, the flow, and more of the skill set being put on display.
I agree. Taylor passes to Carmelo. Scott, good. Scott's got 4 points in the quarter.
That's more like it, rounding into form after a very, very difficult first quarter.
Here's Payton. It's stolen by Taylor. All by himself. Here's Scott. And finished off by Scott.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
And they double up Payton. It's stolen by Taylor. Pass to Scott. Throws it up high. Up top, Ibaka. 1:25 left to play in the first half. Anthony's shot is off. They're getting beat up pretty badly out there.
And I don't care what anybody says. You can't keep the status quo. If it ain't working, you got to make some changes. All the time in the world to get that one off.
Scott against Randall, and finished off by Scott.
Putting on a clinic this quarter. I mean, what a tremendous outburst scoring-wise.
55 seconds left now here in the second. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
And Coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high-efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
For the Ravens, Tristan Thompson comes in for Serge Ibaka. And it's Michael. What a jam!
Fans loving that right there.
What a jam!
Nice.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
And Gibson wide open. He shoots, and it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Here's Scott. A three-pointer is right on target. Scott's got 7 now in this quarter.
They have a good plan going right now, and they're starting to create separation.
Well, game plan might have been good, but you have to bring it together. Right now, their chemistry is something to be admired.
The Knicks have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
They're just one of those guys who you can see the competitive drive that he has. He's a hungry player. He's young, and there's no doubt he's going to get better.
Taylor passes to Thompson. Outside, Scott. Now Taylor over Randall, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. 9 points for Silk.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
I don't think he sees any kind of defense when he's at that range. It doesn't matter who's guarding him.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
And so it's the home team with a huge 37-point lead to end the quarter. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. Looking at the Ravens, Kenny, what was your impression?
Well, how about that ball movement? That was a true definition of team basketball. All 5 guys moving, all guys rotating, everyone touching the ball, a bunch of assists, tons of easy baskets. It gives everyone on the floor confidence when you're playing like that.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Captain Clutch having a dominant impact in this game.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
And you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
And so it's Taylor who brings the ball up for the Ravens. They've got Anthony. Taylor is out there with Scott. Then there's Scott, and it's Ibaka in at the 5 down low.
Oh, Kevin, not a Petty, not a Manny, but facial.
Oh, bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And New York, looking at who they've got. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. R.J. Barrett is out there with Elfrid Payton, and it's Harkless in at the small forward position. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent, but 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those 2 guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right. And he can't make the second free throw either, missing both.
Well, we've seen indications of Payton and his all-around game, but we just would want to see the evolution of the shot come along, just more consistent from the outside. That's the next step.
It's stolen by Randall. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The Knicks shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. That one is no good.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Ring shot on the way. Taylor's shot, good. Taylor's got 4 points in the quarter.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
Passes it to Barrett. Over Scott. misses off the right iron.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
Back to Anthony, 20 feet out, and the jumper is on the mark.
Quick fire on that shot. Melo with the catch-and-shoot jumper. No defense for that play.
And they double up Payton. And the pass to Harkless. Tipped away. It's stolen by Ibaka. The drive by Scott. And the dunk by Scott.
He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. And here are the Knicks now. From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Last season, during the hiatus, the Knicks did a retrospective of Linsanity. You remember that stretch in 2012. Jeremy Lin took the league by storm. He said he was floored to be recognized in such a fashion. For New Yorkers who are going through so much, it was a chance to reminisce about some pleasant surprises. Guys?
Great, David. Thank you. Randall surveying the D. The three. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Ibaka. For the Ravens, Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for Scott. And Mike Conley subbed in for Taylor. And a switch here also for New York. Ellington's checked in. And the dunk by Robinson.
Well, that's exactly what you expect. Mitchell Robinson within 3 feet. That's 2 points.
Conley with it. Guarded now by Harkless. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
Payton outside. To the left wing. No one near Randall as he lets it go. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. And recovers it. Ellington inside the three-point line. No good. Not a friendly rim at all this trip down.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Good on the triple. And so here is New York. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Here's the break. Ibaka for three. Sinks the three-pointer. Ibaka's got 5 points in the quarter.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Taj Gibson's checked in for Randall. Kevin Knox comes in for Maurice Harkless. And Frank Ntilikina's subbed in for Elfrid Payton.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Gibson. No good, unable to end this run.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
Jeff Teague, he's checked in for Mike Conley. Ntilikina passes to Gibson. Over Ibaka. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
And the big man, Taj Gibson, a tough, defensive-minded veteran.
Such a huge part, the foundation really, of those teams in Chicago when he was playing alongside Joakim Noah. He's one of those glue guys who's willing to take on any assignment.
Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You know, you gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with Hakeem. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
3 on all counts.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
The shot, no good. And it's the Ravens taking it the other way. Here's Scott. The Knicks pull it in. Here's Ntilikina. No good off the back of the rim.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious. What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
We've got 28 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Ntilikina. T covering. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
The size, the timing of Ibaka, tailor-made for protecting the rim.
And so it's Teague with it. He'll bring it up for the Ravens. It's Scott on the wing. Ellington defending. Ibaka outside. And a wide open look for Porter. Knocks down the 3-ball. Porter's got 7.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
And so it's the home team enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. We've got Teague. Portis is out there with Tristan Thompson. And it's Mills. And it's Beasley in at the small forward.
That's an easy shot provided by Dennis Smith Jr.
Greg, you played against some terrific players, including the late, great Kobe Bryant. I'd love to hear your thoughts on playing against Kobe.
I mean, his passing is still tough, I'm sure, for many to deal with because he was just taken from us at such a young age. But this guy was a ferocious competitor and someone who showed us in life and in tragedy that you need to make the most of every moment that we have here. You know, I just appreciated to really the fans getting to know Kobe once his career was over, because I think he was able to let his guard down a little bit and show us a lighter side, a more compassionate side.
That is an excellent point.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
T kicks to Beasley. It's tipped. Pass to Portis. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
The Ravens making a switch here. Porter's checked in. And that one misses. And the 22nd pick in 2015, Bobby Portis with a nice shooting touch.
And at the same time, not afraid to mix it up, maybe to a fault. At times we've seen him get caught in the heat of the moment. You got to channel that competitive edge and stay strong mentally.
To the paint, here's Gibson, and it's Gibson finishing it off.
Well, at 6'9", Taj Gibson has the ability to get up there and throw it down.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. A nice shot by Teague. Here's New York. Bounce pass, Smith. Here's Dotson. Lets a floater go. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Beasley with it. Now Smith defending. Porter outside. Buries it from three-point range.
Coming into the league, Porter didn't have that. Now, after a ton of work, he's a long ball threat.
Here's Smith. Makes it off the glass.
Look at the space he had on that one, though. There's an obvious speed mismatch between the two.
This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
Now here's Porter. Not a lot of room. 6 to shoot. Oh, Teague in position. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Smith with the ball. Dotson gets the bucket.
That fast break three is one of his favorite shots. He's never afraid to pull it up from deep.
Beasley up top. He's guarded by Bullock. Pass to Portis. Game continues to evolve, Greg. Any changes in particular that you do not like?
That's a great question. You know, I'd like to see the replay review streamlined a little bit better. I wouldn't mind a touch more physicality being allowed in the game, but as much as we tend to complain, the one thing I have learned is if you're honest, you go back, we always complain. I don't care what the era is. Nobody's ever truly happy, and I'm not going to spend all my time worrying about that stuff, partner. I'm just going to enjoy the game that we are all so fortunate enough to be able to watch.
Totally agree. Michael Conley, he's checked in for Thompson. Julius Randle's checked in for the Knicks. Here's Conley, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
You know, kind of odd to see a lefty in today's game, but Conley is a player you have to anticipate properly, or he'll use your mistake to get the and one.
Well, look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Passes to Dotson. Out to the wing. Portis brings the double team. For three, Bullock. And it's Jeff Teague with the rebound. Teague's got 4 rebounds now tonight. The pass to Porter. Puts it up from 15. Almost, but it rolls out.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you. No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
Bounce pass, Conley. Porter finds Conley. There's 1:47 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Smith. To the right side. Here's Dotson. Off target from three-point range.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide-open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Ravens.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Lights Out.
So sharp on the passing tonight. You know, guys can get into a rhythm that way too.
And 1:01 left to play here in the fourth. Here's Dotson. New York, no good that time either. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Ravens. He can't get it to go. And New York will come the other way. Launches it. And Reggie Bullock hits from deep.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Conley for three. Drills it from outside.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Brazdeikis, well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Well, Randall, when he has the ball in his hands, aware that there might be an open teammate, that time he found him.
Now here is Conley. And so it's the Ravens with the win. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. See you later.